What's up, guys? Welcome back to Bikesystem podcast, where we're gonna talking about something that no longer hot on cycling scene. Today we have special guests, our fellow cyclists and our siblings. Please welcome Jasper and Joshua. So, so, so today we conduct podcast on their in the middle of their trip doing cycling camp. I would say.
Training camp? Training camp?
Actually, we wanted to just come here to cycle, but they planned the camp for us. So
Okay.
I
Yeah,
guess it's a camp.
yeah. I guess this is a surprise tour camp. Yeah,
Yeah,
just let
me.
them torture us.
Yeah.
Okay, the cycling camp or cycling scam. Okay.
I think it's a
Scam.
scam.
This is
I
scam.
think it's more scam.
For those who don't know who are they, Jasper is famously known for its content that very engaging with its fancy editing and so nice color grading, and always consistently accompanied by Josh almost anywhere, including last year Bentang Jawa.
Yeah, the bromance.
Bro,
Bro.
Okay,
Bromance.
but before we start so much, I want to let you guys introduce yourself based on how you want to introduce yourself to our viewers. Maybe start with
With me?
Jasper.
With me?
Oh, with you?
Oh.
No. Of course not. Of course not. They don't know who I am.
Hi, I'm Jasper. I just have a YouTube channel. And what else should I say? What else I do?
Maybe we can say why you going to cycling?
Why I start?
Why
did
start
I start
cycling?
Actually, I think the main reason why I started cycling is because I wanted to lose weight.
Okay.
That's a good
but
one.
then, but I think when I started to do cycling and I tried to lose weight, it didn't really work out.
Okay.
Because I think if you do it for like a particular reason and then you don't see any weight loss, then you feel like it's not worth to cycle. Then I think when I really came back to cycle, I didn't think about it as a weight loss thing. I
Okay.
just thought like, okay, I'm just gonna try and get better at cycling instead
Okay.
of doing it for weight loss. So I think then that's how I got hooked.
Basically, like remove the motivation.
Yeah,
kinda?
instead of like doing it for a reason, I just do it to try to get better at cycling. Yeah, so I just go and watch YouTube videos about cycling. Yeah.
And what do you do before cycling actually?
Before work or
Or
in
maybe
general?
your hobby or something?
I
Like the
think
interest.
before cycling, I was actually playing games a lot,
Just like me.
drinking, computer games. I used to do a bit of like body weight exercises, but then I think, when I got married, I think I gained a lot of weight. And I tried to do like HIIT. I tried to do a lot of other things, but I think it didn't really work out.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay. How about Josh?
My name is Josh. I'm actually a mechanic. What else do I say? Why do I start cycling?
Okay. Before you're cycling, what do you do?
I'm actually quite an outdoor person, so I play a lot of contact sport. So like soccer,
MMA? Soccer.
basketball. Until
MMA?
I
Contact
broke my
sports.
arm.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
until I broke my arm. So when I'm doing the recovering, I just like I have nothing to do. So you just randomly go to a bookstore and pick up magazines and stuff. So the first magazine I pick up is mountain bike magazine. So this is like I found that mountain bike is very interesting because of the items, the parts that you have. Then after I recovered, so I just pick up one cheap ones and started cycling, and found that it's quite fun to cycle not on the road, on the dirt. So this is how like me get into cycling, and I'll get serious and I go into like competition and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. So I was quite competitive at one point, and this is how everything, started. Yeah.
You did downhill or cross country when you first
I
competition?
started off as road, then
Okay.
mountain bike on the road. I think it's a in thing at late 90s, early 2000. Then after that I got into like cross country. Then it got boring. Then downhill. Then it got boring again. Then I went back to cross country. Because at the beginning of cross country, it's quite like, especially in Malaysia, it's quite very like simple kind of tracks. It's like single track. There's no obstacles and stuff.
No challenges.
So when
no challenge.
when the years got by, it got like people try to find like obstacles, so it get more and more challenging.
Yeah.
So it's more fun to get back into like cross country racing, and it's circuit racing. Yeah, it's more fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what makes you switch to the? Do you do road cycling again competition?
Previously, yes, I did road cycling, but road cycling is usually for training purposes. I don't do it as like a race.
Oh.
Yeah, I usually focus on mountain bike.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you didn't compete on road, only on mountain bike.
Not until I think late 2005 or 6. Yeah. So I started racing in 1999.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that was quite a long time
only
ago.
until like towards the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm a baby compared to him.
like a quarter of century,
Yeah.
something doing
Maybe
cycling.
I'm still
yeah.
I'm still small. Wait, maybe 1999. I'm still young. Maybe.
Okay, I don't even born yet.
Yeah.
It was fun until like when you get a lot of injuries, like the tiny injuries, like
Yeah.
you know, like sprained ankles, knees, and you crash and you have a lot of scars. Then you start to like slow down a bit and get to something like easier. Yeah,
Battle
this
scars.
Yeah, and this is where like road cycling and gravel.
Gravel.
Yeah, happens. Yeah.
And then finally found the joy on gravel, mostly.
Yes.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
So you start doing mechanic things from what year? Just
I'm not too sure, but because usually I think most of us get into cycling or get into mechanic side of things is
Yeah.
because when you're young, things are expensive. So if you try to learn how to fix stuff yourself, this is where everything started. Then you want to learn, and the best way to learn is to like either you ask your friend. Back then you don't have YouTubes and stuff, or you just hang out in the bike shop and you learn something from bike shop, or you like school holidays you just ask the bike shop, hey, can I work part time? So you learn stuff from there. It's not a proper way of like learning like fixing stuff properly, but at least you learn like a little tricks here and there just to fix stuff. Yeah, this is how everything started. Yeah, for mechanic style of things. Yeah, so in the race day, sometimes if you're not sponsored or what, you need to like learn to fix your stuff on the race. So yeah, it's very helpful if you learn a little bit, a bit tricks and there.
yeah, correct.
Okay, let's go back to talking about your journey here in Indonesia. So please, can you tell us how's your journey started? Like, why suddenly you wanna come to Indonesia? Like how it's planned
To
before.
cycle?
Yeah.
You mean this trip or?
Yeah, this trip. Because like you start landing from Singapore to landing in Jakarta, and then
Yeah.
why you have to like doing long ride to Bandung and then doing the riding in Bandung?
I think last year when we joined Bentang Jawa,
Yeah.
when we came here, we got a shock. Yeah. Because I think as Singaporean like people, you don't have any elevation at all. Like it's extremely flat. Like the highest peak in Singapore, I mean, I don't even know if you can call it a peak, but it's only like 80 meters high.
What is
from
it?
the bottom, Mount Faber.
Oh, Mount Faber. Okay.
Yeah, 80 meters high. And then in our head, when we look at Bentang Jawa, and then we have done some rides in Malaysia, and then we hit maybe like 2K elevation. So in our head, we're like, oh, elevation is elevation. So everything is like the same, right? You just need to practice
Okay.
like climbing, then it should be fine. But when we came for Bentang Jawa, the elevation is not even like rolling or anything. It's just
Like
Crazy steep.
it's a wall. Basically, it's a wall.
everywhere, everything you see is just like, oh. And then I've never seen like the color on his Garmin,
Garmin.
or my Wahoo in Singapore or in Malaysia, like no purple, no dark red.
Oh, even in Malaysia also.
Yeah, we have never seen. I mean, I don't know if he has seen, but for me,
Not in that gradient. So we do have climbs,
Uh-huh.
but not in like a wall kind of gradient. We do have like reds, like yellow or orange, but not like purple or
dark red.
Yeah.
Absolute pitch
Like
black.
you never saw the Yurgamin from green suddenly becoming dark red.
The max I've seen is just red, yellow.
Mm,
Dark red is like once in a blue moon you get like a very tiny thing, right? But here it's just red, dark red, then purple, then like I don't know, like a lot of colors that I've never seen before. And then I mean after that, after I got injured and after that when we decided to come back again, we thought that it would be good like before Bentang Jawa to come and like try the climbs here again. Yeah, so we just wanted to come here and like cycle as much as we can.
okay.
And then I mean Faris,
Faris,
our,
yeah. Shout out.
uncle.
Uncle
Hello,
Faris,
uncle.
he said like
Uncle, hey.
yeah,
Uncle Faris.
Uncle Faris.
Uncle Faris.
Uncle Faris said like, oh, it's gonna be fun to cycle to
From Jakarta to
Bandung. Yeah.
Sorry?
Faris is coaching you?
Yeah, our consultant.
Okay.
Faris is our consultant.
Cycling consultant,
Okay.
eh?
Yeah, and then yeah, so we just let like all of them like tell us like what's nice here. Yeah, so no expectation. We just want to come and see how the climbs are and see if we can hold up.
Yeah, try to immerse yourself with all those
Yeah.
climbs. Okay, tell us about your first trip here from Jakarta to Bandung through Puncak, because there are two roads actually for going to Bandung, either from Puncak or Purwakarta, which is only have one climb.
Yeah.
And tell us how is it?
Yeah.
So
Why Puncak? Because Puncak.
Uncle Faris,
Again, Uncle Faris.
said
Okay.
that Uncle Faris said that he want to bring us to Puncak to see the view.
Okay,
So we were
makes
like,
sense.
okay, let's go see the view, and it was nice. Like Puncak was like really nice. I think the best. It's a bit shocking when you start climbing Puncak because of the jam.
Oh yeah, of course,
And before Puncak, it was really crowded on the road.
of course.
And then me and him was saying like, oh, we're gonna be deaf. The bus and the talolet. The talolet, and then yeah, it was like super noisy, like overstimulating all the motorcycles and everything. Then you finally reach the climb. And like actually, I think I've never really climbed with so much traffic.
Okay.
Mostly it's like okay, like few motorcycles passing, but this time it was just like bam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's different compared to Singapore.
That
also.
is the very, very, very good and bad experience. I think the traffic. I think it's fun riding in the traffic, but not in that rate. Like it's constantly from the start to the end. It's just very, very hectic. Like the ears keep ringing. Like motorbikes, cars, motorbikes. Yeah, and you don't really have the time to rest your mind. You need to like keep. Need to like stay alert on the road to make sure that you know where to go and you don't cut into someone or you don't bang anyone. I think that's the hard part. But in terms of Puncak, I think it's a very good climb. Yeah, we actually enjoy the climb and especially the weather on the top, because we don't have that in Singapore. It's always humid and hot, and we don't have mountains. That's
Traffic like that in Singapore.
yes.
I'm sorry for the traffic.
For some reason the buses here also make different sound. You
The
got the
horn.
horn, you got the
Yes.
this wheezing sound like whee.
Yes, here the buses here just like they kind of personalize their vehicles. Yeah, they make their own
Their
horn sound.
Technically, their driver personality. Technically.
Yeah,
Like you see, maybe like when I was in Malaysia, I saw some buses the interior design gonna suit the driver personality. Like if it's Indian, then it's gonna be Indian accent, or it's Malaysian, that's gonna be Malay kinda design.
Yeah, the decoration.
Decoration, decoration.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. In here, they will set any horn that they will like to enjoy.
Yeah, and especially if you getting passed by a truck, you can always see there are a lot of quotes or maybe pictures. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the bumpers or
Yeah,
the,
the bumpers.
windscreens.
Yeah. It actually represents their minds and their what you want
Apa
to
sih
call it?
unak-unak tuh?
Their hopes and maybe their minds on the back of the truck. Sometimes it's quotes, sometimes it's pictures of their family or maybe some other girls or things like that. Yeah. So it's really very much personalized on buses, on trucks. Yeah, and maybe you'll see more of it in this year's Bentang Jawa. You see more. The more you go to the east, going to the more of the trucks.
Like the more from the Bentang Jawa road, the more you're going to east, the more you're going through the like general or more heavy traffic route.
Yeah, heavy
Kinda.
traffic.
Okay, so like after the puncak ride, which is, do you think it's fine or a bit tortured?
It's definitely tiring, but I think it was doable because of the view
Okay,
and the weather.
okay.
But once you reach down, it's just down worse.
Like
Got worse. The traffic got worse and worse and worse and worse.
like it's supposed to be like enjoyable.
We
Downhill.
thought that after Puncak it wouldn't be so jammed, but
Yeah.
the traffic just got worse and worse until like I think just before we reached Bandung, we couldn't even move like on the bicycle. It was like
Pada larang.
fully packed on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, because unfortunately they wrote at
weekend,
the long
right?
weekend. Yeah, the things that we couldn't expect. Again, blame Faris about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, blame Faris.
What?
Okay.
You decide the flight. You already booked the flight and then went shoot the long weekend.
Okay. So
I can say, hey, move your flight to the next week. You already buy.
Blah 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 blah
blah blah blah blah.
blah.
Okay, so after that long ride, and then you came to Bandung. How's Bandung so far?
Nice, very very nice.
Your second time to Bandung, right?
But the first time we didn't cycle.
Yeah, we didn't cycle.
Only
The weather is like it's the first thing that we felt like, wow, we love this weather. It's very very good and cooling.
Yeah.
I think yesterday's ride was really.
Sumedang?
It's really the
Sumedang ride.
Yes.
yesterday. I think at the start the traffic was bad, but once you
course.
reach out the city, what's it called? Sumedang.
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 Yeah, once we reached there and then we got up to the mountains, it was just like whoa.
And like after you reach the peak, and then you got the descent with a super nice view because you are on the top of the hill.
Oh yeah, the descent is a highlight though.
Yeah.
I mean the I think when I went to Bali, one of the mountain was something like yesterday's climb, Sumedang, the Kintamani.
Kintamani, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, the vibe is like quite close. And there's another one, Jatiluwi,
Jatilui.
is the paddy fields climb. Then the other one is the mountain.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, so it's like a mix.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
just like there in Bali.
But in Bali, you don't have like 20%.
Actually there is a lot.
Really?
Yeah. In Bali, but maybe you haven't reached it.
When I went myself to do those climbs, I never see like walls.
Like almost every year there is a event, maybe out of topic. They call it Berni Nanjak or Bravely Climb. Basically, like it's 500 kilometer, but what?
10,000 meter.
Yeah, 10,000 meter, and it's going to the mountains of Bali with super high gradient. So yeah, there is super high gradient in Bali, but you haven't.
Yeah, I think I haven't passed. I mean, my friend plotted the route for me,
Okay.
but then when I was like, oh, this is how Indonesia climbing is. Like, okay, it's quite doable. Then Bentang Jawa is really like, oh, what the hell? And then
Okay.
now in Bandung, when UD bring us around, we are just like, what the hell?
Okay,
Uh,
blame UD. The scam.
It is scam.
Yeah, that's the first thing that I actually realized that when we climb Puncak, I was just telling him, looking at the elevation plus the distance, so I only cover like 1 to 2 kilometers. You can jump like hundreds of meters. I was like, I have never seen that. Like it jumps so fast. Like we only cycle like few hundred meters or like close to a kilometer. Like it's already 100 meters elevation. Like you already covered one. So it's like it's quite steep. So this is something that like I think the main reason that we actually come over here to train, or to ride, just to get used to recall how difficult is Chikoto.
Okay.
Oh, do you already found some similar climb with Cikotok whilst in Bandung?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I think
Check the same, man.
Puncak
I think
the same?
Puncak.
Quite similar.
Yeah.
Quite
Kinda.
similar. But I think Chikoto didn't really have like a view.
Oh, okay.
Like when you look out, it's just like, And it was raining also.
Oh yeah.
Before it rained, you can kind of see like a bit of view, but
Scenery.
it's not like wow. Like I think Puncak, you can see like people gliding on the mountain. You can see like a big opening. It felt a lot nicer.
Feels more enjoyable lah
Because
technically.
you can look at something and climb, but when we were in Chikoto, I was like injured already.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And it was raining so heavily. So it was just like very moody when we were there.
So does the view play a factor in your climbing?
Yeah, like I think for me is view and the air.
The
I mean,
air.
like the
Weather.
how cold it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So how about you? Does it play a factor, Josh?
I don't really. I mean, view is one thing, but I kind of enjoy climbing. It's not because of the view. It's more like how steep it is and the feeling of running out of gears, and you still need to keep going.
Okay.
Okay.
Strong. Yeah.
Basically saying he want to kill himself.
He want to kill himself.
Because like in general, it's hard for you to find. I mean, like in our region, it's hard for you to find places that you can just climb until you run out of gear and you still need to keep pushing. So usually, like I've been to quite a few countries to cycle. Like especially last year, I actually, because of Bentang Jawa, I tried to train in a few countries. So Malaysia is one. Singapore is just do long rides. I went to Spain just to ride, and every time, like I climb, it's just like because they build a very nice roads. So it's just like windy roads. It's nice. It's smooth. But when we do the first day of like Bentang Jawa, when we hit Chikoto, right, I was like, no, this is not what I imagined. It's just that like whatever training that I had done last year, I was like, no, this is not what I imagined. It's like hard. Like, why waste so much money, go so many countries to just ride, and just why don't you just come here? I think like this is the main thing why we came over to Bandung just to ride. Yeah, like Farid said, or most of you said, Indonesian government don't know how to build roads. But which makes it interesting. I mean, in terms of cycling, I would say, yeah.
Okay. Speaking of the gear, do you think after you riding in Bandung, do you think you still need more gear or not? Because I saw that you're using bit technical, 46 tooth
46,
sprocket.
is it?
Do you think need more until 52 or that's enough?
I think it's enough, but 52 will be more comfortable. I think.
You rode 46 right now.
Yeah, 46.
I think in the long distance, when you get tired, I think bigger cassette will help a lot. But as of like daily use, if you're not pushing it, I think 46, 40 at the front is enough. Yeah.
46 enough.
Yeah, but more gear better.
Oh, more gear better.
More gear better. Yeah.
More
Helps
gear.
you. It helps you after a few days, right?
Yeah, you never get enough of lighter gears.
Okay. So, in Bandung, how's the food by the way? We haven't mentioned any food.
Oh, no, everything is better than 10.
Okay.
11 upon 10. Yeah.
11 out of
Yeah.
10. What did
so
you have?
far, no stomachache.
No stomachache?
No, okay, nice.
Okay,
Which is a good thing.
It's a good thing.
I
Yeah.
also never eat sambal, so
You didn't sambal here?
just cut the risk.
Okay,
Oh,
cut rice, yeah.
okay, no wonder.
I ate a bit of the green
Green-
sambal.
green chili?
Yeah,
Yeah.
green chili.
Twice enough, but yeah, sometimes the sambal is what makes Bandung cuisine gives a lot of kicks. But again, you have to risk.
Like even with the sambal itself, you can start to explore the places. Like let's say you eat sambal in Bandung and then you
Yeah.
try to eat sambal another region, it's gonna be different and it marks the area, kinda.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you guys classify your spice
area.
from the area.
Yes, different province, different kind of sambal and different kind of spicy.
Spiciness.
Yeah.
I think this trip, the spiciest is the first night in Bandung we'll have a dinner. I think it's a bakmi.
No.
The sotong,
No,
the sotong rice that day.
no, the sotong rice is not as spicy. It's the bakmi that night. I asked for spicy one.
Oh, when you arrive.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
right.
yeah. That one is like, it's okay on the mouth, but not on the stomach. Yeah,
It
but
burns.
it helped me on the next day, so it's good.
Any favorite cuisine so far in Bandung? Or whatever you ordered to you?
Yeah. Whatever you ordered.
Whatever you ordered.
It's good.
So
Okay, thank you to
Soto?
Yudi. Soto?
Soto is good. Yeah.
Last night.
Just
Yeah,
outside
last
here.
night. Oh, yeah.
We just had it just now before this.
oh yeah, so you go to
Yeah.
there.
How about the street food?
Street food. We last year when we came here, we ate the cockroach soup.
Oh yeah, we wanted to go back to that one. That one is actually very good. Yeah. And that one, I think one of the snack that Kong just bought just now. What is that?
Cireng?
Cireng.
The-
Cireng.
Yeah,
cireng.
that's good. I actually like the texture of that.
Yeah. It's just flour. Deep fried flour.
Yeah.
Cups, right?
Cups.
Cups.
Cups on cups. Cups over cups. Cups on cups.
How about the dishes when you were in Sumedang yesterday?
Oh,
The
tahu?
tofu.
Yeah, it's good.
It's good. It's good.
Super good.
Do you found any that kind of tahu in Singapore? Because I never saw it
No,
anywhere. There.
no. I mean, the tahu in Singapore is fried, but not like till that crispy.
And
Crispy.
not that
It's
brown.
just fried, but yeah, not that brown, not that. Yesterday's one looked like donut,
Donut, yeah.
like chocolate, powdery chocolate. What Dubai chocolate? Look a bit like Dubai chocolate.
Dubai chocolate.
That's more savory. Yeah. Okay, so that's the Bandung impression. Like, okay, after you guys cycling, like, you've been going to what I call like a bit part of Bentang Jawa last year, and then Jasper going to Bali, and now both of you going from Jakarta and then explore Bandung.
Yeah.
How you compare the cycling here with the one you found or experience in Singapore and also Malaysia? Because we know both of you always cycling around Singapore and Malaysia very often, and how it's compared when you were already here.
Yeah, we're talking about the vibes and the people and the community compared to where you've been in Singapore or even in Penang or Malaysia.
Most of the races most of the other countries I went to is either with like Josh or my other friends or alone. But I think it's very hard to describe like the cycling here. I mean the vibe. I think it's a very different kind of cycling. Like here is more chill. Like I think it's like the mindset of cycling is very different.
Okay, what's the difference? How?
How different?
How do I explain it?
Be brutal.
Brutal.
Oh.
Because you cannot find traffic.
Where?
No. It's not even about the traffic.
Is it the
I
climb?
think, okay, like people here, they number one, I think they just make do with what they have.
Okay.
Like you have a cheap bike or like a broken down bike, you just make do. Or like whatever you have, you just go and cycle. You don't think so much about like gear. You don't think about like a lot of things. I think that's one of the differences. I think here people are a lot more patient. Like people here in the cycling community are like a lot more patient.
Okay.
I think the hospitality here is next level. You know. What else?
Maybe the commuters' behavior, like people with the motorcycle or maybe the big vehicle, maybe. Like
So okay, the traffic here compared to Singapore is hectic, but I feel is still safer than Singapore. Yeah. You have a lot less vehicles in Singapore,
Yes, sir.
but they don't care about you and they go way faster. Yeah, so you just put out your hand and then they'll just stop, right? But Singapore, you do this, they'll just go faster. They'll speed up, yeah.
Okay,
Or they
let's
horn
keep
at you, yeah.
I think it's also the amount of like traffics here. So everyone is like very, very alert with their surroundings. So when you cycle in like the traffic, they actually look around and very alert, like whether you are going left or right. So if you like really like signal, they will really let you go. And also Singapore is basically small. So yeah, it's small. So everyone is, I think it's a cultural difference, and everyone's like rushing, stressful.
Yeah.
You know. Then we are kind of like the pests on the road sometimes. If depends on hours that we're cycling on the road. So I think that actually make it fun to ride here in the traffic because you know that you are safe. You are actually like people actually know that you are going around traffic. So for Singapore, it's just everyone just rushing to places. And also I think like talking about like culture of cycling, I think we hang out. Okay, I think when we first cycling in like we contact Indonesia groups, we basically cycling with people who are like doing ultras and stuff. So I think it's the group that we associate with, like you guys and people who ride Bentang Jawa, which is where we meet those people. So I think you guys are more chill. Yeah, I'm not sure about the road cyclists. I have no comment about that. But yeah, ultra people are more chill and yeah, easy to hang around and like it's more friendly to share stuff. Yeah, and like what Jasper just said is you guys will do what you guys have to just make it work in events and stuff, which also make it like one of the special things because for me in terms of like be it car scene, cycling scene, I think that you guys are very passionate on what you guys are doing. So when you guys into something, right, you like try to make it very nice. You know, I think same as like ultras or like this kind of competing cycling groups.
Actually, that's quite surprising because to be honest, like you guys' opinion about the way the Singapore environment, like that's what we feel when we were in Bandung. Like for us, people rushing, and then basically people don't care about us. That's what we experience actually in Bandung.
Yeah. So maybe in the Singapore it will be the next level of.
Maybe. So in Singapore we have a nice cycling community, but I think every time we go out to Malaysia and we come back, immediately when you come back you feel like two things. One is like the road is super smooth.
Yes.
The second one is you just feel like you just need to go faster. Some reason like because the cars are moving so fast, you feel like you're already in Singapore, you need to rush home. Like there's like a lot of factors that make you want to go fast. Whereas here, like
much
I
more
don't know,
chill.
It's just more like like if we're gonna cycle, we're gonna just cycle.
Yeah,
like,
I see.
There's not rush anywhere and whatever. If it rains, if it's dangerous, we just like make do.
Even if we want to go chill on the road, we can just go chill.
Yeah.
You cannot do that in Singapore, I think.
You can, but I think when every time we come here, we just learn a lot from all of you guys. Like even though it seems like we are like but there's a lot of things that I think we learn. I think as Singaporeans, like we are quite pampered. Like in terms of food, like environment, gear, everything. We are quite pampered, and at the same time, we are also very impatient people.
I see.
Like as cyclists, I mean, maybe we are more patient than like drivers, but I think in general we are always in a rush. We are always like thinking, okay, what do we need to do next? We don't know how to like slow down. But when we come here like that, we are doing a lot of things, but it's slow.
Take it easy, right?
Yeah. So I think that's how we feel about like coming here. And sometimes I think both of us just had a conversation just now also like how to chill. Like when we were sitting there and we were thinking like, how do we actually chill? Like how to not think about like, what's happening at home? Like what do I need to do after cycling? Like I need to go and do this, I need to go and do that. Instead of just like, okay, I sit down and just enjoy the moment.
Enjoy the moment, enjoy the vibe, enjoy the food.
Yeah.
Without anything on your mind technically.
Yeah.
I see.
Okay, that's interesting point of view comparing from Singapore to Indonesia and Bandung. Okay, it's pretty good.
I think it's a cultural thing. It's a culture. Yeah, I think the culture you guys have and our culture. So, first world, big city, and financial hub.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
I think it generally will become like, everyone is rushing, Every time we go out on riding in the morning, we'll be like, okay, we have to out at this timing, we have to end at this timing, you have to be home at this timing.
You have to be scheduled and on time.
Yeah. So maybe here, okay, partly is because holiday, but like we take holiday aside. like break holiday mood aside. I think when riding with a bunch of you guys, we don't talk about what's the numbers, what's your average
What's
speed,
FTP, what's your
FTP, what's your power. You just cycle, and every time we come, and we always realize that like you guys always humble us in terms like how you guys ride. Like even though like we are looking at powers, like sometimes we are like
You guys
following
are
you
still
guys.
stronger.
You guys are stronger. Like we are looking at like I'm not even using power meters. Like I was just riding along, just enjoying the route and stuff. Like in Singapore, we always comparing powers because there's a lot of flat roads. Like people like to race, people like to ride fast. I think this is like generally like imprint in our mind. Like okay, everything have to be a purpose. It's no chill. I think that's part of the reason why we have this kind of mindset. So we come out, it's like, wow, it's different. We need to learn to let go of certain things.
You
correct.
guys can use like slicks and rim brakes here
Yes.
on gravel.
Especially you yesterday. Wow. It's like you are the MVP of the day. Like everyone who cycled with us, like for the past few days, with the road bike, I was like, wow, you guys are like next level. Like for Singaporean, I don't think like we will actually do that. I mean, we started off at this, but because of technology, when we can afford to pay all this, like we are too pampered with all these tires and stuff.
Yeah, actually, a thing about road bike is that basically what we see as a road bike kind of surface track here, basically is maybe what you guys saw as a gravel situation. Kinda like even like actually if you watch Tasha podcast few weeks ago, she mentioned that actually in Bandung it's way more prefer to using gravel bike than road bike. Even though many of us still using road bike, even the one with rim.
And flashback to what Jasper said earlier, we just make the most of what we have, since maybe we can only have slick tires on the frame or maybe just rim brakes, but then we just make out of it on whatever the road bring us. That's great. Thank you, man.
You guys also make tech tees look like cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Thanks to Yude and Faris lah.
Yeah.
We're riding everywhere with Okay, we get interrupted by a cat. Now Faris and Gina is trying to retrieve one. Okay.
Okay. So
Let's talk about Bentang Jawa, yo.
okay, let's talk about Bentang Jawa because
Their second attempt.
before a bit flashback before. So you guys already mentioned that you were in Bentang Jawa last year, but a bit not finished.
Yeah.
Unfinished business.
Technical issues.
Technical issues.
Maybe you can give us like short rewind about what happened last year.
I just got injured.
Okay.
And then I think on Chikotok,
Which
I
is-
think after we finished Chikotok, we decided like okay,
On which kilometer is it? 200 already or 300?
200.
Slightly over 200. Yeah.
See, over 200 for
200
an
plus.
elevation gain after
Already 2000, is it?
or 3000.
2,800 or plus?
I don't know.
It just at the beginning of Chikotok climb. Yeah.
beginning.
No,
Beginning.
once you finish Chikotok at Pahalabura
Pelabuhan.
Pelabuhan.
Pelabuhan. Pelabuhan Ratu.
Yeah, it's Pelabuhan Ratu. It's around
Okay,
200.
Ratu.
Pelabuhan Ratu.
Pahalabura Ratu.
Okay, basically that's it. Okay, that area. Okay.
Queen's Harbor, right? Queen's Harbor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Queen's Harbor, Pelabuhan Ratu.
I can okay, so for this year you guys still want to revenge
Yes. I don't know if it's revenge. Just complete. Yeah.
complete
Revenge yourself.
Revenge the sleepers.
Oh yeah, the revenge of slippers, Chikotok.
They claim 2 pairs of.
Oh yeah, you lost your
I
lost your
lost mine.
slippers. Right?
yeah on the gravel.
He lost his first, and then I laughed, and then I lost mine.
He cursed himself. So yeah.
Maybe this year you can meet again with your slipper.
Probably. Maybe it's in the cement now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So did you when you fill the form, right, for the registration? Yeah. What is the reason when you fill the form? Finding our slippers.
No. Mine I wrote. I failed last year, so I want to go back and complete.
An unfinished business, right?
Yeah, it's the same reason. Yeah, and to look for slippers.
For slipper. Hopefully, yeah, some locals find it and hang it on the some nearest warung maybe. We hope.
If we can find it, that will be our
Yeah.
lucky charm
He's
though.
still keeping the.
I'm still keeping the other side.
one
This is
side.
giving.
Yeah, it's the expensive slippers.
By the way, my slippers was already dropping very early. He helped me to. He said I don't know how to tie the slippers, so he helped me to tie the slippers, but the slippers still drop.
You got it on your video, right?
Yeah, there is some shot like
Yeah.
That was mine.
That is
Yeah.
his, but mine before his drop, mine was dropping. So he said,
Sorry?
You don't know how to do. I help you to do your slipper. But he helped me to tie the slipper. My slipper also dropped.
That slipper moment actually caught on the camera.
Yours I caught.
Yours.
Mine also,
Yeah. On the I think the organizer camera. Oh. Yeah, they took photo of us like stopping somewhere just to fix your bike.
Yeah.
Then I tie your sandals. Yeah.
okay.
Interesting.
Okay, speaking about the reason that you feel on the registration, actually I curious about your last year
Yeah.
reason for joining Bentang Jawa, and also like why you guys joining Bentang Jawa at the first place. Like before, I follow you guys, both of you, kinda, and I don't see you have more experience on long ride before doing Bentang Jawa. And then
So-
why suddenly?
Does it mean that he is underestimating you guys on registering Bentang Jawa at the first
asking
time?
you guys.
Yeah, ooh.
He's one of the trolls.
He's one of the trolls. Oh,
So I think the initial reason was I wanted to do it. So, and I think at that point of time, Jasper was saying that it's quite boring to ride around, and I said, why not join me?
But by
Okay,
the way,
okay.
at that time, I just started to do like longer distances.
Nah, yeah.
I just started. In that year that I did like more than 100k, like 200k, 300k, it was the year that because we have like the map equinox, right? And then we have to organize long rides. So I think the longest before we registered was, no, the longest before he told me about Bentang Jawa, I already ridden like 300 km.
300 meters just.
Yeah, 300
Okay.
Yeah, I did 300 km.
20.
300. I did like 200 km ride, 300 km ride.
Gua Musang.
Yeah. And
Somewhere in
before
Malaysia.
we Mersing.
Mersing.
Mersing was like 300 and like 2000 plus elevation.
Yeah.
Then after that, before I registered with him, I mean, he was telling me about this ultra race called Bentang Jawa.
Yeah.
And I think at that point I didn't know Faris, but there was a day where I was with him and he was watching Faris like on the dot. And I said, what the fuck you watching? You're just looking at you're looking at one dot moving
Race
on
map,
the
the
map.
race map. Yeah.
He said, oh yeah, this is the ultra race and blah, 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 this. And then few months later, he said, you want to do? I'm looking to do together. I said, oh okay, I don't mind trying.
Okay, you just want to try something new.
Yeah, so before that, I think like initially we read in the rules like you need to have like quite a bit of big rides and
Yeah,
stuff.
kinda.
So before I actually registered, I went to do a 400 km ride in Singapore.
Okay.
So after the 400 km ride, I thought like, oh, confident.
Nice.
Can do lah.
I think I can do.
Can do lah, easy ah.
Yeah.
So I said okay lah. Then I decided to go with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice you guys start as a pair, not a single. I cannot imagine what happened. And then this year, fun again. Do you guys do like special preparation or maybe some target for this year Bentang Jawa after you have
No.
Just want to finish.
Just finish
Just want to finish.
and find the sleeper.
Find the sleepers. Okay. The side quest is to find the sleepers, right?
that's the main one.
Maybe it's the main quest.
The main quest. Just finish undercover.
Sleeper first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's expensive for Joshie. Expensive
Yeah,
Cikotok.
Cikotok.
Cost very costly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very costly. Yeah.
Any change about your setup or maybe let's say equipment or fittings, things like that, from last year to this year's?
He has a new bike.
Yeah, I changed my bike.
The good one. Yeah.
I think second
Thanks to
half of last
Sherwin.
year. After Bentang Jawa, I changed the frame. So I'm riding I won't say it's an all-rounder frame now. I mean, previously I was riding Crux. So Crux I would consider as a road, like all around the gravel frames. I'm riding a full-on gravel race frame now. So I think there's a bigger change. Fit-wise, it's the same. I think we need to learn more on how to pack. Yeah, I think packing is the hardest. Like every time, we get like information, like asking for information from UD, asking about how do you pack.
See, just back lah.
Just pack lah. Can 7 liter can put like what? 4 kids. I was like, how do you actually squish everything inside? Yeah, I think packing is the things that we all learn. But other than that, pack everything is the same.
What's the thing that you got from UD actually about packing?
Nothing yet.
Nothing.
Oh, not yet.
Not yet.
He just say can put 2 bib,
4 clothes for
1
Joshie.
rain jacket.
With,
Just put inside.
with the way Uncle in Singapore.
Yeah, he talk exactly like that. I can put 2 bib.
Just need to make it very small.
Yeah. Can 7 liter can. Yeah. I
You can go
1
for a month.
I go 1 month.
Okay.
7 liter.
Yeah, that's the way he is.
Yeah, that's right.
Maybe we need to get a proper tutorial from him.
Yeah.
Video tutorial. Yeah. How to fold.
How
Oh,
to
2
fold.
4. Yeah.
Until now, I still cannot fold like he did. He does too hard.
Too hard, right? Yeah.
Expert.
Expert. The next
Yeah.
level.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow can? Tomorrow
Okay.
can?
Deal.
Maybe shall we cover it also?
Yeah, maybe we
video
can make
about
a folding lesson with Yudi here. Mano, Yudi Kono.
Folding workshop.
Folding workshop.
Yeah. Then you put it as an advertisement. Then you podcast halfway, advertisement, how to pack. Then continue.
Continue. So how about you? Any change on the frame or fitting?
I think my feet is a lot more. My feet is a lot more relaxed now. Actually, I have my right leg had 2 operations before. So and before like Bentang Jawa, actually I never actually did like a lot of this.
Finally.
He's crying.
He's crying. Poor cat.
Throw it.
I think it's the same.
You got the same cat before?
Yesterday, right?
Oh.
Oh.
Maybe he's interesting with you guys though.
Yeah.
Like he watching
Yeah.
your YouTube
Yeah.
and
Yeah, he want to
Yeah.
see us.
You want to be in the show.
Yeah, he wants to be in the show. Maybe he subscribed to your channel, yeah. Yeah, maybe.
Mr. Mao.
You throw
Mr. Mao, yeah.
Mr. Mao.
Okay.
Yeah, so I got new feet. I think I did quite a lot of physiotherapy after Bentang Jawa. So I realized that I think
Have a race.
the right leg keeps getting injured, then the left leg will like affect the whole thing. So I think I have a couple of things. The pedals are like there's like 4 spaces now each pedal,
Oh, really?
and then I have the midfoot cleat,
Mm-hmm.
which pushes your cleat all the way to the
Back.
the middle of all the way back.
Oh, like triathlon.
Yeah, more
kinda.
like time trial or
something,
triathlon.
something like that. But even further than so it's usually people use it more on a road
Yeah.
like shoe, but like I got on my gravel shoes.
Oh, your
But it helps a lot like with like knee injuries and stuff.
So
Yeah.
it's because is it because your knee or is it because for chasing the comfortness?
Knee. I
Because of
think
knee.
comfort wise you don't feel that much difference. But like on longer rides, you don't have pressure on the knee. Yeah, because everything is pushed back. But you cannot use your calf.
Oh yeah.
So using
You
your
use a lot of hamstring, you lose a lot of like butt. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
but no, you
So
pedal with your
bring
butt.
here and test. We did all the rides so far, no issue.
Okay, no issue. Even with yesterday, 2 days ago scam ride,
Yeah, can push. Yeah.
can push right.
Yeah.
Sumedang climb.
Yeah.
Well, wait. Let me go back to Sumedang climb. How's the last climb? The Cadas Pangeran.
Which
right?
one? Your Cadas, yeah. How's the Cadas Pangeran? The raining part.
Oh, the raining is easy. Easier than the.
Cool. Easy, huh?
Easier than Chiroto.
Easier than Chicoto, yeah.
It's easier than the actual hill.
Oh,
the first one.
Paddy
Yeah, the paddy
field
field.
is easier than the paddy field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually the paddy the daerah apa ya itu ya lupa.
No, it's before Ancakalong lah.
Ada yang nanjak yang ngelak-ngelak.
I think Puncak is harder than that.
Then
climb.
that Cadas.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because Puncak is longer and
Yeah.
it's a bit
Yeah.
steeper.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
I
last
mean,
climb of
compared to everything that we've been cycling, that mountain is not like tough. Really.
until tomorrow. Yeah.
Until tomorrow.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Tomorrow you guys going to
Bukanagara.
Right?
Bukanagara.
Yes.
Okay.
It's the best.
Just die.
That's
Just die. The best way to die, I think.
That's
You die happy.
Okay, this is what I want to hear. The best way to die. All right.
wait. That's the last climb are harder than Puncak actually. MN.
No, you went down the MN.
Oh, opposite. Okay.
So tomorrow you'll go to Lembang, went down to MN, and then go up to Bukanagara.
The climb actually, the last climb are gravel.
Yeah, they bring their gravel bike, so it
we
should
on
be no
gravel
problem.
bikes, yeah.
Sorry, XC.
XC. Ah.
But many people using road bike for going there.
Oh. Yeah, we are just too pampered.
Yeah, too bad.
I think this is the one thing that I want to highlight is you guys have this variety of routes. You go out not just road, you have like asphalt, like bad roads,
Yeah.
then gravel. It's just make use of like your skill and your bikes, which I think is like very interesting because I think Singapore is just road.
Road.
It's
smooth
nice.
road.
Nice.
It's nice, smooth road, and sometimes we need to like mix it up and going into like mountain bike trail just to like get something different if you're riding a gravel bike. Yeah, but here is just everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, broken
Thanks.
roads.
best. Yeah,
Less from our government, kinda.
good and bad thing.
Good and bad thing. Yeah. Again, you make the most of what you have. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best.
Okay, nice.
Okay. As long as you don't get fall and flip over your bike.
Okay, nice. That's it for the comparison between Southeast Asian other country, which is actually quite impressive. Actually, I thought you guys gonna bring so much hits in here, but instead we still have to grateful with our condition here.
Yeah.
And okay, so we continue something that it's actually requested by our fellow here about the
Yeah, we have one netizens that request for a question.
Okay.
Yeah. She is here actually.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh.
my wife. She has a question. Yeah, actually after this we can throw some session with other participants if they want to ask something for you guys.
Watchers.
First question is from at Indonesia Lamsu.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. What do you want to ask?
To both of you, I have two questions.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you believe in God?
So the first
the other one.
question.
The fame, in social media fame.
No. Okay. Now that you're doing the ultra cycling scene, ultra cycling, yeah, long distance cycling. Do you think there will be ever a limit for you guys in the future? What will it be? I mean, will it be like, I'm rich enough to do this, so I don't think this is fulfilling anymore? Or do you think that this is enough? When will it be? Do you think this is the enough?
What will stop us from doing
Yes,
cycling?
spoiler. What? Everything spoils.
Yeah, when everything's spoiled.
All the joints and knees and ankles. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But to be honest, we don't actually think that far.
Yeah, we just thinking of Bentang Jawa only.
We just want to try.
You thinking of the slipper now only.
Yeah, thinking of the slippers
Yeah.
and thinking
Then
of...
you have people like that say, oh, you do Lintang Flores lah, you do Transcontinental lah. So you haven't even do Bentang Jawa, ask us to do everything.
So far, so that
Yeah.
it's not on the radar yet.
Not on the radar.
So it's like enjoying the moment for now.
We were just talking about this last year when before we start, we just gonna treat this as an adventure holiday.
Okay,
Just gonna ride.
Yeah.
Adventure holiday with a cut-off timing. Yeah. So there's no pressure on us because I think, try not to have that pressure because, I think what we talk about, because of our culture, we always have these targets, numbers and stuff. So we try not to have this and enjoy the moment. like of cycling, and also like you guys, especially all of you that have already done, actually inspire us to do this. Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, that's so sweet, man.
Last year was humbling, man. Last year was just like,
The Cikotak one.
come your
Everything.
teeth, bruh.
Everything.
It's a slap in the face.
Yeah. Bentang Jawa? You want to try Bentang Jawa?
Here's Cikotak for you guys.
Yeah.
Lama-lama.
First day, first mountain day.
Okay,
Okay, that was surprisingly a deep and philosophical question from Gina. Thank you so much for the question. Any other question? Okay, second
Got
one.
another one.
She'll have 95 questions for you guys.
Okay.
This will be a 4-hour podcast.
No ride tomorrow?
Well, we know Jasper has this huge channel, right? Yeah. Of course, with the followers and everything.
Yeah.
Do you have haters?
Yeah, I definitely am.
You do consider yourself famous?
No? I think so.
Wow, he's super humble.
Super humble.
Well, do you often find some haters in
Yeah, on my YouTube. Yeah.
there is.
Oh, you cannot ride. You do ultra one day only. Relax. Yeah. Then people teaching me how to do ultras. You must go here and train first. Then you go back Bentang Jawa. Oh, okay.
People are just trying to be.
Yeah.
They think they know
I think
everything.
it's quite funny to get roasted. I mean, definitely when I first started this whole YouTube thing, it's like it definitely affected me. But after all, I just learned to like not look at it. Yeah.
You can't please everyone, so I think that's the main
I
thing.
agree with that.
I got this question from like random customer who came into the shop who asked me like, why do you even choose to Jasper to do as a pair or the ultra? I said, you guys have a different fitness level. I said, I want to go to a race with a fun people, not a strong people. I want someone that like when I'm in a deep shit, he can pull me out. Yeah, not like racing each other. Like
Josh in a deep shit, you're in a deeper shit.
then we just gonna hug each other and cry.
There's Paris.
At least I can still laugh. In deep shit, I can still laugh.
Actually, that's what I want to ask actually after this, but actually it's already answered so nice.
Yeah. A lot of people are like, there are some people ask me that I just say like, I need this, because if you have two very competitive person who join the race, you just compete with each other. If even like, because fitness level is different, like let's say I have like a similar fitness level with my partner, my race partner, he will say that, oh, I'm still fresh, why don't you come go, like why can't you go faster? No, they will have friction in these things, but well, hard to say. Let's see this year. Our key day is after day 3. Let's see whether we fight.
On your prediction.
Yeah, day after day 3. So like last year when we joined, I actually have one request to him. I said, if we ever fight, they have to be in the video. Yeah, you have to be in the video, because I just felt that YouTubes have a lot of like ultras video that I think is too nicely done. People don't see the hard part of like racing together. Yeah. I mean like solo, yes, but racing together, I think not a lot. Yeah. Who put in like the ugly side.
Day 3 is just go block.
I think we will have a hala gap while we're not riding with each other. Like the gap is like damn big.
Actually, Bentang Jawa rules the gap actually. You cannot be too far from your pair.
Oh,
in
really?
Bentang Jawa, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. There is that. You cannot leave.
So is there a new rules on the pair?
Case.
Yeah, actually, I think I'm the one who made the case. Yeah, the last day,
Because they go too far.
10K gap.
Oh.
My pair finished first.
Now we're there.
And an hour gap, 5 or 10K.
Oh, this is the reason why they need you to cross the line together.
Yeah, Kosan is already in the first place.
Oh, so you are the culprit.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm the one who abused the loophole on the rules.
Yeah.
Okay.
My partner
Fair.
finished first, and she was on the finish line, and then where's my husband at the back?
His partners had coffee 200 meters from the hotel, from the finish line.
Ooh. Okay, it's a good rule. It's a good rule. So that we need to iron out before we cross the line.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. For this year Bentang Jawa, if you guys accepted, where on which kilometer you see yourself on the day 3?
Which kilometer?
On day 3.
Don't even imagine. Don't know the name of the city.
I don't know. As of now, my imagination is go to Bentang Jawa, pick up the slipper. Don't know already. After that,
We don't care about the mileage.
nothing else. Then
Strategy.
Yeah.
Just labor.
is pick up slipper, finish line.
The real finish line after you find your sleeper.
Kotak finish line. That's it.
Cikotok is enough for them.
Scratch.
That's funny. Because if you are competitive enough, on the day 3, you already reached the biggest climb in Bentang Jawa, which is Jemplang. Yeah.
Oh, jemplang.
The competitive people.
So Cikotak is only the ankle.
But if not competitive, maybe day 3 still in Jogja. Kebumen, yeah, going to Jogja.
I mean, I think there's always going to be someone better than you, no matter what. So I don't think there's a to us. I mean, to me, I just wanna finish it for myself. Yeah.
Wanna enjoy.
Enjoyment.
Me also see the different parts of
Jawa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Actually,
kind
true.
of like a challenge also to force you to make it to the end. Yeah.
That's cool.
Again, it's an adventure holiday, just like what you said, Josh. So yeah, don't push it too hard for them.
Adventure
So you're
holiday,
gonna
right?
stay in a nice hotel.
Yes, that's mandatory.
Yeah, that's
I
mandatory.
don't
Most
know.
expensive hotel you can find on the
I
way.
don't
Five
know.
star
I don't
buffet,
trust.
spa, yeah.
I don't trust the nice hotels here. When we booked the hotel
Shady,
together, they wrote like on the thing, "Ooh, holiday suite with balcony," and then we go there and like, what the hell? Like,
Okay, the balcony. Okay, the balcony is okay. Not until we step into.
no, but it doesn't look like the picture, man. No.
Exists, right? But exists, right?
Yeah,
The
scam.
balcony exists, right?
That's a balcony?
It looks like the picture, like 20 years later. The toilet was just like, wow. The water is dripping. You shower, you put your soap, it's just like. And it rained, right? It rained, so you had to wash everything, and the water pressure was so low. So by the time I finished showering and like washing the clothes, like he already wiped the bike, everything. So long, it was too long to shower.
So when I came out from the bathroom, I was just telling Jasper, I said, I think you put your head in the toilet bowl and flush. I think the water.
Yeah, really. And
People get scammed in Pelabuhan Ratu.
yeah.
Yeah, because the hotel is not.
There's actually no nice hotel.
Yeah, no nice hotel in Pelabuhan Ratu.
No
That's why it's
nice.
kind of scam in day one.
And we paid, so I think it was quite expensive. It's the same price that we pay for a hotel in Jakarta actually. So we thought like, wow, we're gonna stay in a suite. But no, it's not sweet at all.
Even you get scam there also.
Well, our expectation changed a bit for this year. Right?
Just keep everything low.
Yeah.
But hopefully after the West Java, when you went to Central or Eastern, the hotels will be better for their price.
Yeah.
Yeah. But again, keep your expectation low.
Yeah.
And they cut out the electricity for like a
Yeah.
couple of times.
They said They say, oh, sorry, pause a while.
Oh yeah.
It only came back after like, I think every time it cut, they come back after like 30 minutes or 1 hour. Then the next day also, because we DNF, then we continue staying there. I think I shower halfway with all the soap. Everything got cut.
Suddenly.
So no water. I just have soap everywhere. And I don't have my phone or anything. I need to come out with the towel and the soap and tell him, hey, they off the water. Yeah. I washed the soap outside the hotel.
not with the flask.
It's just outside with a hose. I just wash my hair under the hose. Yeah.
Oh, actually, that's That's new actually. We never hear that
Yeah.
from any Bentang Jawa people.
And it's a suite. I was staying in the suite.
Such a sweet.
Yeah. in the
Sweet hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet according to Pelabuhan Ratu's standard.
Yeah.
We're not gonna say which hotel is this, but yeah, wow.
Okay.
But I took home their slipper. Yeah.
At least there's a souvenir, right?
It's still in my house.
Right?
Any of you guys wanna ask for Jasper and Josh?
Maybe Malik.
Oh, Yudi.
Hendra,
Yeah.
Bembeng.
Yudi. Ini Yudi. Uncle.
Do you stick on your diet?
Stick on my diet. Like here or
No, before.
no?
And after in Bandung, have you changed your maybe for strategy for nutrition or something?
For Bentang Jawa.
Yeah.
Change my strategy. Feed bar.
Fit was the best.
I think we know what to eat now. Like on the way. But I think this trip we thought we will lose weight.
Okay.
But
Instead,
just growing sideways.
Lose weight wasn't an option though. I mean, we're still a junk. Yeah, we are just full of junk. We like to eat junk stuff. But I think Jasper is changing his diet. No?
I eat too much tapioca. Cassava. Yellow cassava.
Cimol, gemblong,
Cimol.
Cimol, Cireng.
gemblong, cimeng. Cimeng is a different one.
Is what?
Weed.
Weed. Oh, maybe we need that next this year.
Small weed. I think that one we won't move already.
We won't move.
We Chimeng, I think we stop, we stay there. Hey, chill lah.
Chila.
Okay, let's go. Okay, stop the Cimeng thing. Okay. Any maybe more question? Faris? Malik. You wanna ask something?
Nggak kepikiran, oke.
Okay.
How to get sponsor from? You wanna ask about sponsor?
How to get sponsored by Argonaut? Sell your soul.
Sell your soul ya.
Soul.
Work very hard, sell your soul.
Okay. Maybe
Apa? Nggak mau nanya? Nggak ada kepikiran.
nothing. Okay.
Bembe and Kong, Bembeng. If Bembeng asks, I think it's more like a test for you guys. Yeah.
Kong falling asleep.
Kong wanna do Bentang Jawa again, Kong?
Okay, Kong registered.
Apa? Oh, registered?
How will be finished later? Near hospital in Kebumen.
Okay. I think that's it. We already cover all basically.
Oh, one more, Uncle. Go.
You want more?
Do you guys plan to raise the Bintang flowers?
I don't. He asked us this when he tells us Linda Flores very hard.
Let us complete this one. Maybe. Let us complete this one first.
Yeah, after Bentang Jawa, if you guys finish.
We tell you in Lombok. We tell you in Lombok.
Okay, maybe that's gonna be maybe future event I think.
Yeah,
At
any-
least after Bentang Jawa.
Okay.
Any other long distance events or race you have in mind
No.
besides Bentang Jawa?
No.
Maybe like Paris. No.
I think Bentang Jawa will be the longest one that we wanted to try. Yeah, for now. There's something at the back of the mind, but I don't think that like, before all this, I want to commit on anything. Yeah. But even if it's that, it will be the shorter one, not the longer
Not the
one.
longer one.
Yeah.
Okay. How about Jasper?
No.
Maybe
No plans.
No plan.
I just go with the flow.
Just for now, find your sleeper.
Yeah.
Because last
Sleepers.
year I did so many things, like so many gravel events. I played for so many.
What's fun?
Yeah, and like Bentang Jawa was like in the middle of everything. So I think at the back of your head also you keep thinking about like, oh, if I continue and I spoil my knee more, I cannot do any of these other things. Yeah, but this year don't do anything, just do Bentang Jawa.
Bentang Jawa and have fun.
Yeah, have fun.
Have fun.
Yeah. Bring joy all to the cycling.
Yeah.
And finish
Finish.
with the slippers.
Finish with the sleepers.
With the slippers.
Okay.
Well, best of luck for this year's Bentang Jawa.
Thank you, thank you.
We are really rooting for you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
And after all the training camp in Bandung,
Training camp.
training camp,
Training
yeah.
camp.
Yeah.
Training
It's
camp.
training camp, training
Pedals
camp,
camp repeat.
pedals camp repeat.
Good video title for your next.
Pedals camp repeat.
Pedals
Yeah.
can repeat, yeah.
Training camp.
Training camp in Bandung.
Yeah.
Pedal scam repeat.
Roads, elevations, and junk food, all the way, all every day.
Nice. Okay, so I think that's it for our podcast.
Okay,
this night.
nice.
So from you guys that one just want to losing weight and one who's actually taking time after injury and then becoming your source of joy for like many years, and then now you're try to finish Bentang Jawa just for fun. And whilst in the middle of that, try to explore another country like Indonesia
Yeah.
and try to immerse yourself with ultra climb.
Yeah.
And yeah, from what I see today, basically to conclude all, if you are cycling, make it fun. Don't make
Yeah.
it hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always.
Whatever the distance or the challenge, yeah, I think we need to find the fun part
Yeah.
and the joy in cycling.
Let UD make it hard.
Yeah. we just want to have fun, but UD makes it hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
UD namanya jelek kayaknya abis ini.
Not maybe. I think I would say you did make it improve.
Yeah, UD will improve the best of you in a hard way.
Tough love.
Tough love.
Love,
yeah.
love. All the love to pedal it repeat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's it, guys, for our podcast today. Thank you for watching and see you on another.
Thank you guys. Thank you UD, Tasya, Faris, and everyone here in the room.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for
Thank
coming.
you.
Yeah, and thanks for coming to Indonesia, to Bandung, and yeah, enjoying the route with us, Faris. Yeah.
Won't be the last. We'll be back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tomorrow at 6.
Yeah, see you tomorrow at 6.
And see you on another video.